Let's talk about lifestyle diseases. We have comparable heart, lungs, nervous system, digestion, and so on. Now, here is a puzzling question for you. Why do we see humans suffer from all kinds of conditions of which the animals have no idea and hardly suffer? Conditions that we call lifestyle diseases are supposedly caused, or at least highly influenced by, the way we live and eat. And yet we see our pets live in the same homes as we do, eating tinned and processed food, too seldom out for a walk, passively smoking 24/7 and still going strong for years. How do they do it? What is the difference? Well, there is one area in which humans differ from all other beings. We are concerned with immaterial things. Well, we are used to call greedy people materialistic, and yet money is a rather subtle type of matter. To animals, money doesn't matter at all. Hence, you cannot stress a dog with an unpaid bill. It's sheer impossible. You can most humans, though. Some folks will even attempt to commit suicide if they encounter difficulties with their economy. Or what about world view? Religious wars lasted longer and killed more people than anything else. In this way, humans add another layer of complexity to their reality, a layer that oftentimes strains and stresses them. Moreover, we seldom connect the dots. Our physician supports the belief that the cause of our problem is where the symptoms are. If you have a migraine, it's in your head. If you have psoriasis, it's in your skin. But when you start tracking down the causes of physical problems, most of them point to the stresses caused by the things that animals do not understand at all. This is the simplest understanding of chronic diseases from which we suffer and eventually die. They originate in chronic stress. Conflicts. How come that an unpaid bill can cause pain, disease, and ultimately death? Of course, it's not the bill as such. It's rather the associated conflict. So what is a conflict anyway? A conflict is simply spoken a window of opportunity that catches your attention. It asks, it demands of you to make a choice. Stand your ground or let go of it. All attention is directed at solving this right here, right now. The cat, knowing it is a whole lot smaller than the dog, starts an attack just to be sure. The dog was maybe curious and now got out of its wits. How do I deal with this little angry beast? As both of them are insecure, their bodies enter stress mode on demand. It releases a cascade of hormones and all attention is on the opponent in order to not miss out any crucial information. Crucial information, meaning anything concerning the opponent. They have created an information tunnel. They simply do not have capacity to pay attention to other dogs, cats, cars, seagulls, clouds, and wind gusts. The two of them are now locked to each other. Not only their attention is tied up in the conflict, but all their power is too. This is not the time to sniff around or take a nap. The dog will have to react, either fly or fight. When did you see two animals in such a conflict for hours, weeks, years? Never, I suppose. They are simply too clever. They know the price. They know that such a standoff has to be closed quickly for their bodies to return to recovery. Oh, and of course, they need to pay attention to ordinary things too. When your fisherman starts throwing heads and tails out the window, you cannot be late for that. Because first, when peace rules, attention is released from the conflict and new opportunities can be explored. As you can see, an unresolved opportunity is a conflict, like a spell. It occupies and blocks your creative power as long as the conflict goes. Assume you live with some old, unresolved conflicts. Some or all of your power is permanently locked in the conflict. The body, trying to give you the power to overcome the conflict, adds adrenaline to the bloodstream day in and day out, but never gets a signal in return that says, "Relax, buddy, we're done, we did it." Here is the deal. The body can handle almost anything, but only for so long, or rather, short. Because there are only two modes of operation: thriving happiness or even not. The body will try at any cost to bring a stress situation to an end and regain the thriving happiness, which is life. Never ending conflicts keep your life burning on low flame. So is all stress bad? No. All stressors are simply inputs, and if you can handle them swiftly and return to a thriving state, it makes you stronger and wiser. Eat it or pass it on. Punch or run. Go through or around. Make a decision and move on. This applies to everything in life. Whether you kill the lion or outrun it does not matter. What matters is that you made a decision and survived.